Okay, number 28 is a misconception about sickness and being sick. Some people are not clear really how much is in our hands and how much is in the hand of Hashem, when in the hand of God when we're sick. We have to understand that going to a doctor is technically a heter, meaning it's a leniency. The rabbi said we can go to the doctor becomes a shliach, intermediary, but that every cure comes directly from God, and we have to make sure we're not, we don't rely on the pills, or we don't rely on the doctor only. So originally, people will not get sick; they will just die on the spot. And the Midrash said that Yaakov Avinu prayed that we should have sickness before we die, or before we get into more suffering, so that we have a chance to do tshuva and a chance to prepare at least for death or graver things, or to repair. So, but when does one become sick? So first, when is my responsibility, so to speak? If one lives on a level where one is constantly living with God, then technically he doesn't need a doctor. It really has to do with my closeness to God. If I'm really, really close to God, technically, on the highest level, which is very few people today, he doesn't need the doctor. He will just pray to Hashem and have Hashem cure him, and he doesn't need to do the doctor. There's many stories from the Chazon Ish and many other great rabbis who will sometimes even just go to the doctor but not take the pills, just at ishtadlut, to make sure they're on the level, but they will pray to God and get cured. Most of us today, we need the doctor because we're not on the level, but technically one does not need the doctor. Hashem is Rofech Olam Yisrael. Hashem heals us. Now, also, sometimes, let's say someone gets a cold, or someone gets a virus, that will come usually because of our own fault. Meaning, if I keep eating bad and I become sick, or if I keep smoking and become sick, I'm responsible for that. God is not responsible for that. I can't be stupid either. I have to make sure that I take care of my body, and the cause and effect are going to be direct. Now, when it's something that is beyond my hands, something that I made everything to be careful not to be sick, then that's when Hashem that's in the way when the divine presence comes. And when a person is sick, the divine presence comes. So it comes from Hashem, and one has to try to do tshuva, to try to find why I got sick, what does it represent, what's the message, and try to do tshuva accordingly. So I think this gives a bit of clarity about when it's Hashem, when it's not, and the fact that we should, even if we go to the doctor, it's very good to say a prayer to remind us that the doctor is only an intermediary, is only a shliach, but that the cure comes only from Hashem.